시킵니다. 그 방법이 WTO FTA입니다. 이런 방안을 가장 많이 활용하고 있습니다. 그래서 저는 이런 것에
Today,
대해서
I would like to share the experience of Korean agriculture.
다국적 기업이 어떻게 국제 기구와 협정을 통해서 우리 농업을 무너뜨렸고 그로 인해서 다국적 기업을 구속하는 이런 협정이 왜 필요한지를 말씀을 드리고자 합니다.
And I would also like to share why the experience of Korean agriculture leads to the need of a legally binding treaty.
영업에 있어서 국민들에게
As
굉장히
voracious
중요한
agricultural TNCs took interest in Korea,
주식이죠.
our agriculture has all but collapsed. The main example is rice. Rice is our main staple and also a key part of our cultural and historical identity. Korea is fully capable of producing enough rice for our people. Just recently, in 2002, 2009, and 2016, our rice yield has even exceeded our needs. What that means is we have more than enough rice that we need. Rice is the most important crop in Korea, and we do have enough. You would think that rice is not a problem in Korea, but no, it is the opposite that is true. This is because the WTO is forcing us to import rice that we do not need. You would think that the WTO would be apologetic and just tell us to import a little. But no, in 1994, the WTO forced us to import 8% of our consumption. The WTO is not stupid. To decrease resistance from Korean peasants and the Korean people who were outraged, they started from forcing 4% on us in 1995. By 2010, they reached their goal of 8%. And you would think that the WTO would be satisfied with that. But no, the Korean people got discouraged about the issue, and the WTO succeeded in going beyond the initial agreement, forcing us to import 10% of our rice consumption from 2014. Since then and forever, unless the WTO is dismantled, we have to import this amount unless we're willing to accept tremendous sanctions. So how has this affected Korea? Rice prices have plummeted. Farmers started to get overwhelmed with humongous debt. Many committed suicide, and those hanging on are barely doing so. In 1995, we had 8 million peasants. Now, we have less than 3 million. Meanwhile, the US TNCs, who are behind the WTO treaty, has secured a stable market and is reaping a huge amount of unfair profits based on this trade treaty that takes no account of reason or common sense. It is not only rice, but all agricultural and livestock products that are invading Korea in this way. Korean markets are now overflowing with US, Australian, Canadian beef, US, Chinese wheat, Denmark, Netherlands, dairy products, and Chile's grapes. Using
우리가
similar
생산하고 있음에도
methods,
불구하고 이런
the
농산물들이
big four
물밀듯이
agricultural
뿐만
TNCs
아니라
are now
다국적 기업은
controlling
이런
Korean agriculture
농축산물을
from
수출하는 것뿐만
seeds,
아니라 한국의
pesticides,
농업에 대한 농자,
herbicides,
또는 농약,
agricultural
농업기계,
machinery and tools,
또는 농자재,
processing
가공,
to distribution.
유통 이런 것까지 제어하고 있습니다. 갈수록 다국적 기업은
This is not the only method TNCs use to take over another country's agriculture. In Korea,
그리고 나가서
WTO
검역 기준을 낮추고
and FTAs have lowered quarantine standards. They set their own agricultural quality control standards, pesticide, herbicide safety and usage standards, totally invading Korea's sovereignty and the rights of Koreans as a whole, just to ensure profits for TNCs.
다국적 기업은 자신들의 이익을 위해서
We must change the world system that allows bullies to violate the rights of sovereign countries and their people without the least bit of hesitation, just for capital interests. The legally binding treaty that we are seeking right now is not an extreme measure. It is merely a minimum break to rein in inhumane TNCs that are running wild.
지금 이런 협정 자체가 많이 늦었지만
Late is better than never, and I have no doubt that we will continue to fight, and as long as we fight, the treaty will be achieved. That will be all. Thank you very much.